Hey everybody, 73454, back with more Maplestory. In the last episode I showed you the skills for the Spearman, which is a second job for warriors. There are 3 Spearmen, fighter, page, and those were the Spearman ones. This episode I'm going to be showing you the Dragon Knight's skills, which is the 3rd job for Spearman. So first off, you have a passive skill called Elemental Resistance, and as the name implies, it increases your elemental resistance to all elements by 50% at max level. Next is Dragon Buster. You it makes you attack in a stabbing motion 3 times, like that, doing 220% damage. Next is Dragon Fury. This skill is a much more powerful version of Dragon Buster, but really, I suggest Dragon Buster over Dragon Fury, because this is 220% 3 times, which is about 660% if you do the math. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, but Dragon Fury is a much stronger attack that hits once and hits multiple enemies for 550% at maximum. Die. Next is Sacrifice. I never found a reason to use this. It costs MP and HP to do multiple attacks for, pretty much it does, at this level it does one. See, I'm getting my butt handed to me. And ignore that skill I just used, I'll explain that later. I had to kill that thing. Next is Dragon Roar. This is a pretty useful skill when you're facing off with a bunch of weak enemies. It hits 15 enemies for 640% damage, with a stun chance of 90 for 10 seconds. But it does cost 10% HP. You have to have at least 20% HP to use it. So I'm not sure I'll be able to hit many enemies, but if I do this, yeah, I only hit 1. But see, it stunned the enemy, see? It's stunned. That's what that means. That means stunned. Anyway. It has a 10-second cooldown, though. Come on. Why do they always come out of being stunned when I go up to hit them? Next is Magic Crash. I won't be able to use this right now, but this is a skill that pretty much at the higher levels gives you a chance to destroy buffs that your enemy has. Now this is useful on some bosses that have the ability to debuff, make it so you can't hit their hit them with weapon attacks or magic attacks. Really, weapon attacks are what you're going to be worried about. And this has a 28% chance at level 1 to get rid of all, just get rid of the skills that your opponent uses. This includes skills that buff the enemy or have an effect on you. It may not status elements, but it will get rid of stuff like cancel that weapon attack, cancel magic attack, increase magic attack, increase magic defense, stuff like that. They'll get rid of all of them if you succeed. Next is Dragon Strength. This is a buff skill. Now if you look, I totally didn't do that in the right order. I do 8,000. Without it, I do 6,000. This skill increases your strength for 200 seconds, and increases it by 60 for at max level. Next is Dragon Wisdom. This actually might be my favorite passive skill, in all eternity ever. It increases your critical rate, minimum critical damage, and gives you a chance to convert a portion of damage to HP for up to half your HP. Watch, see how I have 7,212 HP? That didn't do it very well. I forgot that takes it. 5,154. See, I'm healing, guys. That was very hard to show, but I showed it anyway. Jeez. And that is Dragon Wisdom. Next is pretty good, Endure. It increases your abnormal status resistance. It is a passive skill, and at max level increases it by 20%. And that is all the Dragon Knight skill. I think it's a pretty good set of skills, especially the Dragon Wisdom. I also recommend getting Dragon Buster and at least level 1 Magic Crash. just in case your enemy uses a buff that you can't fight against. I recommend Endure, Dragon Wisdom, Dragon Buster, and whatever one Magic Crash. Anyway, next I'll be doing the Dark Knight's Path, which is the 4th job for Spearman. See you guys then.